Welcome back to the Crash Bandicoot 2 playthrough. This is World 3, the sewer world, which actually only has one sewer level in it.
Thank
But
God.
This
Time
is
to
where
play the Bears fight song.
World 3 has the most environment variety out of all of them, I think. There's a bear riding level, which we're about to see. There's one sewer level, one ruins level. What was the other one? A surfing level. And that covers 4 of them. What was the 5th one? I don't remember what the 5th one is. Also, this is the part where you have to sort of realize that the bear has a run button, and that it lengthens your jump considerably.
Yes.
And I completely forgot about that. How I forgot about that, I don't know, because there's an entire secret level based around exactly that mechanic.
Well, I can imagine since you're trying to collect stuff, you probably actually don't have your foot pedal on the gas most of the time.
Yeah. In fact, I don't think I discovered the run button until the secret level.
You have to use it.
In my first playthrough, which led to a lot of frustration. How am I supposed to get over this goddamn pit?
Well, and it's not like you can control the speed of the bear either. You're constantly moving with the bear. You can only speed it up.
Yeah, and the speed it up is good for speed running, if you're good and memorize where everything is.
Yeah.
But you're probably not going to get all of the boxes when you're running.
And it's really not so much of a run, it's more of a quick dash. In 3, it was run.
Yeah, it was a continuous run in 3. I don't think it's continuous in this.
No. It's a quick spurt.
Yeah.
Well, this polar bear sounds like a dog.
That would be an actual dog.
I call him Polar.
I see these guys, and I'm just imagining that Lion King sound himself from the beginning of Frozen.
As a matter of fact, though, the polar bear does sound like a dog. It makes barking sounds when it's doing its cute death animation thing.
Bark the polar bear. And there's your Sonic reference, folks.
Wow, I didn't
one part.
think of that.
Get the nitro box,
Go
grab
back.
the gem, and then
Grab
go
the
back.
gem and then go back.
Yeah, and this is where we find that freeze there was actually in the game because it was reloading the stuff outside the warp room. One of the only
these
times
platforms
that
appear after you leave for no.
No, they're there.
they were already there. I just went into the warp room to pick up the gem before leaving. But yeah, a secret warp right at the end of the level, which leads us to another backdoor entrance to World 2, Air Crash. And this is the gate we need to get the box gem for that. Which is why I went into the bear riding level first. Got to 100% the previous world before going through the next one.
So you can't warp to any level here. You can just warp to the level that you.
Actually, once you've activated a secret warp, that warp will always be in the secret warp room, no matter which way you use to enter it.
So you can get to that level from World 1 now. But
Yeah.
no reason
Fuck
to.
those extra lives, by the way. I'm not going to die 6 times trying to pick up all 3.
I never once attempted. So.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
It's a really precise jump. I don't know why I went in between those boxes. Normally I just skirt around them. But yeah, that was a really, really short backdoor area. Like, what was the point?
And so now you have to play through the rest of the level all over again.
Yeah, it's like that secret warp was incredibly weak and pointless. I have no idea why they put it there. Most of the back doors are lengthier, to the point where they're almost standalone levels on their own. But that one in particular was bite-sized, and it's just like, okay. And you know what? The back door entrance itself was really obvious because it sticks out like a sore thumb when you get there.
I think it's because they might have thought that might have been your first one.
It's the first one in the secret warp room. Yeah, actually, I think it mainly exists to let you know that there are secret warps.
Yeah. So they keep it short and simple for the sake of it being your first one, but then, later on down the road when you begin to experiment, now that you know that a secret warp room exists, they increase the length of them, as such, what you would do as you continually play a game.
Yeah, and from that point of view, I can sort of see it, but at the same time, it feels like a bit of a waste of time because there wasn't enough new content to the level.
Yeah, out of all the secret warp room entrances, I think the one in Bear Down is the most obvious.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, now it's time to actually get the boxes, and that jump, I don't know why, but I really like that jump where you just arc through a bunch of apples and an extra life. It's really easy, but for some reason it satisfies. It's satisfying.
It's an arch of goodness. Oh, did I hear an audio skip?
What happens if you... Okay, is stepping on that skull and crossbones one is bad, right?
No, that's the death path.
Oh, the death path.
Yeah, that's the death path. Yeah, you need to get to that without dying. Oops. Didn't mean to blow those up yet. Kleptomania denied.
Well, they count anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they count as boxes, but I wanted to get the apples first. Oh, and I almost fucked up here, but you're actually supposed to slide jump over here onto this platform to get these.
If you hit one of the mines, you can get the board up here to break the boxes.
Yeah.
Why the hell would you do it that way?
No, I'm just saying you can if you accidentally get on first.
Yeah, as long as you have an Aku Aku mask, it's possible. But then you'll slide across the platform and potentially not get all 4 boxes. It's kind of precise.
Well, I learned something new. I didn't even know you can do that, so...
Well, it's like the wrong way to do it, but you can.
It's the wrong way to do it, but it's the only way if you jump on the surfboard because there's no way to get back on the platform.
Does your jetboard make like sparks and it's grinding on the concrete?
No, it just kind of floats on the platform.
Is it really the wrong way if it works though?
Let me see if I can answer that question.
Ain't that cute? But it's wrong!
It's not the way the designers intended you to do it, in the sense that it's the wrong way from their standpoint. Kind of in the sense that sequence breaking in Metroid is the wrong way. But if it works, it works.
Say,
it's a
jumping
potential
on a
save if you screw up.
jumping on a Goomba as you approach it from the left is the right way to do it. Deliberately jumping over the Goomba, missing it, and then jumping backwards to hit it again is the wrong way. Am I hitting any notes here?
No, maybe you just want the points and you missed it, and then you go back for it. It's not the wrong way, it's just you correcting a mistake.
Well, there you go, then.
Why are you walking left, you asshole? And now after we played one surfing level, I'll go directly into another, because why the hell not? And this has another timer attached to it, so I'm going to be skipping a lot of shit.
Yep.
But this is for the yellow gem, right?
Yes,
Yep.
This is the yellow gem timer. Otherwise, I wouldn't really bother going into another surfing level this soon. Because I'm kind of tired of seeing this.
Kind of bummed that you don't get invincibility while you're on the hoverboard.
Yeah, it just sort of goes away when you land on the hoverboard, which annoys me. Then it would have made the surfing levels ridiculously easy.
Okay, I have a question. Let's say you break half of the boxes in the level and then you finish it. When you
all
go
the boxes
back
come back.
When you go back to it again, you have to break all of them if you want again. If you want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to do all the boxes in one run. The only time it saves your boxes is checkpoints. Ow.
All right, that was all I was wondering.
This part dicks me over so hard whenever I do the speed run because you need at least one Aku Aku mask or you are going to die.
And I'm telling you, and I think I said this in the SGB playthrough too, I swear I had a playthrough where I didn't need one and I got through it just fine.
Also, if the timer runs out and you're looking at the gem flies away. It just says, "I must go now. My planet needs me."
No, I need you. Come back.
The finish line is picking up the yellow gem.
Crash got a Chaos Emerald. Dun, 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 dun.
But yeah.
Can you imagine Sonic doing this sort of dance?
Not really, no.
I want a Gary's mod now.
Okay, I'm gonna bet right now it already exists.
You think so?
Yeah, hold on.
Sonic doing the Crash dance?
Yeah.
Plot. Exposition, blah, blah, blah. Bye, Coco.
Crash, Cortex is evil. Evil?
What is this evil? Is it a new variety of fruit? Is it spicy?
Why does Crash have an accent?
I don't know. It should be an Australian accent if he has an accent at all. Ah, flamethrower bastards. These guys can slightly dick you over if you don't know exactly when their flamethrower attack animation officially ends.
Yeah, there seems to be an odd occurrence with flamethrower enemies in the Crash series where they have really wonky hitboxes. Like the guys in Tomb Raider and Sphinxinator, I know that their hitboxes are like on the side of them where the flames are clearly not touching them.
Also, the water in this section is deeper than the water in the first sewer level, so that can throw you off at first.
Yeah, you still don't drown from it though. You just move slowly.
You slow down, and it's electrified at regular intervals, so entering the water for any reason is inadvisable.
But this is how you become Electro.
Clearly. No, it needs more eels.
Well, there's a eel.
Yeah, a eel. It's only going to give you enough power for a static shock. And not that static shock, I mean, you know, like a carpet shuffle.
Now, I'm going to do a time-saving trick here, because this yellow gem pathway actually has a yellow gem at the end of it that you ride up to skip to a later point in level. You don't want to do that for the box gem, because you're going to skip a fuck ton of boxes.
Well, there's only a clear gem in this pathway, right?
Yes. So once you get the clear gem, which is like right here at the start, this is not the only time I'm going to do this. Intentionally suicide, and you'll warp back to the checkpoint right outside the yellow gem path. And from there, you can continue on down the normal path and pick up all the boxes.
And you save your gem. And you save your gems.
You save the gem you picked up on the path. You don't have to go through the entire yellow gem path, which is a lot harder than the regular level. And
you don't get any boxes anyway. So
couldn't you just backtrack and not waste the life?
You can't go back up the first elevator. It doesn't let you. What the designers intended you to do was go all the way to the end and play the level twice. Fuck that shit.
I'll waste one of my 75 lives.
Getting the purple gem requires opens up a similar trick, because the purple gem is very early in its alternate pathway too, and there are no boxes there. So kill yourself, warp back, lots of time saved.
Hey, just kill yourself. Sagely advised from Brain Scratch commentaries, ladies and gentlemen.
Suicide is a viable tactic in Crash Bandicoot. It has always been a viable tactic, and it has always been my tactic of choice for getting gems.
Well, unless it's Crash 1. Then don't do that.
Yeah. Well, I've never 100%ed Crash 1, and I am not inclined to bother.
Do it once, just to say you did it.
Well, if I want to just say I did it, I can use the super password.
No, that's cheating.
Or you can just say you did it and lie.
No.
There's no save files, so you know it's not like you can prove it or anything.
Oh yeah.
I forgot what my password was. I didn't write it down. Oops. You'll
But
just have
I
to take my word for it.
Well, actually, getting a 100% save file is a bit tricky, because because to get a real 100% save file, you have to have also reached Cortex.
Yeah.
So you need to reach Cortex and then go back and get the gems. And then go back and get at least one gem. Because you're only allowed to save either when you beat a Tawna stage or when you get a gem. Or a key.
Also, I've totally beaten Contra without the Konami code. And
that was bullshit. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
I'll call that for you. That was kind of...
I landed in the water just as the invincibility ended. Like, it was frame perfect, too.
That's actually a penalty for using the invincibility in the first place. Is it really worth it, Crash?
I was trying to speed my way through so that I could pick up the invincibility again on the other side of the water, and then just blaze it to the end. But no, I have to play the end of this level the legitimate way. Stupid game. I don't know why. For some reason it just doesn't let you run up the platform there.
The history of all the platformers I've played, for some reason, doing a slide jump ranks up there as one of the best things I like to do.
Yeah, slide jumps are always satisfying.
Yeah, just feels good.
Mm-hmm. You just go wee inside every time you do it.
It's like long jumping or dive jumping in Super Mario 64, or I don't know. Does Banjo-Kazooie have something like that? Or
Banjo-Kazooie, most of the time the maneuvers in Banjo-Kazooie are just for exploration. It's not necessarily like a obstacle course kind of thing. It's more like, oh, I finally found it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking more specifically, like just for catharsis. Is there like something that you like to do
I like
repeatedly?
doing
the Talon Trot everywhere.
Well, no, Talon Trot's just fun because you hear Kazooie go all over the place. But the Beak Bomber and Bill Drill attacks where you slam into the ground are always really satisfying. Although that game's not really so much about combat, so you don't really do that an awful lot unless it is more puzzle and stuff.
So, did you guys like the temple levels in Crash 1? Because that's basically what this is with a different background. The constant
At the very
switching
beginning,
between
you saw
3D and
a different path, which is basically a backdoor path. If you're really precise, you can in fact make that jump.
Why did you skip the death path there? Oh, you want
checkpoint.
And the
I want the crystal and the checkpoint, which you would skip if you go through the death path.
Do you skip any boxes?
Well, you skip actually just to the other side of that exclamation point thing over there, but I don't want to have to backtrack because
you can't get out of the boxes here anyway at the moment. So
yeah, the backdoor path is necessary, but I want a checkpoint in case I die in here.
Now, that really precise jump. I'm assuming you've done it before, or have you seen someone else do it?
Which really precise jump?
Well, the jump Ryan mentioned in the beginning.
I have seen someone do it. I haven't done it myself.
Yeah. I always figured it might have been possible, but I wasn't sure if it required bouncing on a crate or just getting to the very edge of the platform.
It's the very edge jumping. Then,
it's actually Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it also requires spinning at the right point of your jump to get that little bit of extra distance.
Long jumping is weird because it doesn't count you as off the ground until the slide animation ends. So you can slide off the, well, not until the slide animation ends, but like for a couple, feet off the edge, you can still jump.
Yeah, borderline.
That's like the Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
Thing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly like that.
I don't feel like I'm in control. I don't like jumping off of nothing. It's weird.
Yeah, you can actually spin on those logs.
Yeah.
I rarely manage it though. These slippy, slidey things are the bane of my existence.
Yeah, I don't like those either.
Especially in later levels where they start revolving in circles rather than just going left and right.
For what it's worth, I do think these levels are more tolerable than the Temple Ruin levels in Crash 1. They're not as long, for one thing.
They're not as long, and you don't have to go backwards much. Like outside of that death route just there. Well, I don't think it ever forces you to go backwards.
I don't think you ever had to go backwards in the Temple levels in Crash 1.
I think there were a few places where you did. But yeah, this is where the death route pops out. If it were a matter of just getting the gem and doing the death route in the same run, it would actually be very easy. But because of that back door, you can't 100% this level in one go. Because the back door is in a later world, I think.
I do like how the crumbling columns are so generous to rebuild themselves if you need to go back.
Yeah, if you watch them, they literally just like reassemble. Like they don't even pop in; they animate reassembling.
Yeah, they go back in time.
I don't know why I bothered breaking those.
It's the principle of the thing.
I think I forgot that I wasn't getting the 100% gem. Just a temporary lapse in memory. This jumping monkey thing is so awkward to work around in a behind-the-back perspective. Just because the camera's so pulled back and the resolution is so low that it's hard to tell exactly where it is.
They are the same model of monkeys from the first game now, though.
Yeah, slightly altered, but
yeah, and roboticized.
Yeah, it's like Porky ran through all the enemies from the first game and turned them into half machines. It's kind of, I don't know. It's like instead of making new models, they took the old models and added new bits and pieces to it. I don't exactly mind, but at the same time, I'm not sure why.
Well, better to alter it in some way than just reuse it.
It's like, I think it's implied that all the cyber animals are embryo soldiers. At which point, why are we helping this asshole?
Because Crash is an idiot.